Greetings and welcome to the Reading Frederick Douglass Together Outreach and Media webinar. I am your program officer for Reading Frederick Douglass Together, and today we're going to be going over some best practices for making sure that we reach our intended audience for our Reading Frederick Douglass events. So before we get started, just as a reminder as who we are at Mass Humanities, we are a state affiliate of the National Endowment for the Humanities, and we create opportunities for the people of Massachusetts to improve their lives and build a more equitable Commonwealth through the humanities. We receive major support from the National Endowment for the Humanities and the Massachusetts Cultural Council, as well as our generous private donors. And we are committed to responsible stewardship of both those public and private resources through the guidance of our statewide board of directors and the creative, efficient operations of the staff here. And so there have been some changes from last year. If you notice, we do have a new graphic, and the graphic is going to be available in Canva. So the link that you click will take you to Canva. Several reasons for the changes. The first thing is that it allows a space to enter your sponsors other than us. So if there are other partnerships or other folks, you can add that. It also just allows space. It's a lot more friendly, user friendly in terms of entering information on there. So you can download the template or you can create your own. Either way, if you don't choose to download the template, there are things you want to be sure to include. You want to include the date of the event. You want to include the time of the event, the location. If there's a rain date, which I would suggest if you are going to be doing an event outside, unless you have tents or some way to provide cover. And then you want to ensure that we do have our Mass Humanities logo, as well as our Massachusetts Cultural Council logo. And then any contact information would also be helpful, right? Like they need to know who they can email or call if they have information about the reading or questions about the reading. And then you want to share the graphic once it's created. So if your organization has e-blast or newsletters, you can share the information through that. You also want to share on your organization social media pages through ads. So that's a part of things that you can put into your budget is uh, an allotted amount that you want to spend on social media ads so that it is promoted to other um, folks, but then also you can share it within social media groups that may have shared interest or things such as that. Like sometimes there's like maybe a museum group for local areas, or something for kids to do, or things such as that you can share. And then you want to share with your local news and newspapers, not just through a press release, which I'll talk about next. But also just putting it on their community calendars. A lot of news organizations and newspapers have community calendars that you can add this information to. And you most certainly want to share the graphic that you created with Mass Humanities. That can be shared through our communications manager, which I'll share his information shortly. So one important thing to note is that don't underestimate your potential audience. So what you're seeing on this image, this is actually our downloadable media kit. So some of the images I'm sharing are already a part of the media kit that you can download and use as your resource as well. And so people have been known to travel up to 45 minutes or so for these readings. So don't underestimate the fact that people won't come and attend the readings that are outside of your town. Also, please make sure that you use those hashtags. You want to tag Mass Humanities. You want to tag Massachusetts Cultural Council. You want to use the hashtag RFDT 2025 in any of your posts or videos before, during, and after the event. Below, as you can see, there's an example one for Facebook in the media kit. There's also examples for Instagram and X as well. So you can go on and you can just pretty much fill in the blank and you're all set. So this is a very easy way in order to get the information out and share the graphic. Secondly, you want to invite your legislators. Why is it important for us to invite legislators? Well, we need our legislators to know what we are doing. And when I say we, I mean both your organization as well as Mass Humanities. It's important for them to see that there are partnerships. It's important for them to see the work that we're doing so that we can continue to get that funding and be able to do grants such as Reading Frederick Douglass together. And it's important for you too, for them to see what your organization is doing. And so you want to invite them to attend, to even read, or sometimes even open an event. Oftentimes they can start off and provide an introduction, participating in the event. However, they may choose to. You can access your legislators on our website. We have the link to this as well, but you can also access your legislators using this link below, and then you can find out who you can reach out to invite via email, phone call, etc. And again, this is available on our resource page for Reading Frederick Douglass Together. Okay, and then you want to spread the news to other folks. Like once it's shared on social media and you've kind of put it out and you've invited your legislators, you can also utilize our press release. Again, this is available in our downloadable media kit. If you look, you can see that all you have to do is fill in the blanks in the yellow, which is like super simple, and you're able to share that. You can share that with your local news stations. You can share that on public radio or public access television so that you can invite them to come and speak with you at the event or speak with any project director at the event. You want to just make sure that anytime you speak to the news or you share the story that you do mention again that this program is made possible with support from Mass Humanities and the Massachusetts Cultural Council. But again, all of this is in your press release. This is helpful too because it gives you your talking points. Should you talk to someone from the news, you kind of already have some speaking points. Now, I'm going to close with questions and support. So again, when you send your graphics, you can send your graphics to Wes DeShano, who is our communications manager, and you can send it to him at the email that you see here. But if you have any questions about it, if you're unsure about where to find the media kit on our resource page, if there's a question about how to word something or where else you can share, please feel free to reach out to myself as well at the email that you see, or you can book a 15-minute consult with me on Calendly. Again, thank you so much for your time and looking forward to attending many of your events.